Welcome back. And as we said very early in the show, it is December. We are calling it officially. It is the Christmas season in Belize. And here with us, because they always help us out every year with our tree and our decorations, Jaime Correa of Confetti Belize. Good morning.
Good morning, Melanie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Jaime, this has got to be a really crazy season for you.
It is. Everybody's looking forward to having their Christmas decor set up by, if not the first weekend in December, at least the first week.
Yeah.
So those that don't have it up by now, definitely look forward to it by the end of the week. So.
You know, I remember when you guys first got started and it became what is now a very common trend that you go into people's homes, not just businesses, and dress their tree for them. Is it still the same?
It's still the same. We try accommodating as many people as we can. But there's just so much time that we can accommodate within the first couple of days of December. So it's still a trend, it's still happening. Obviously, as trends evolve, so are the colors, the trees, and everything else that we put in the homes.
So it's no longer limited to just the red, green, and white that we associate traditionally with Christmas colors.
It changes every year. For the past, we've had a lot of shiny metallics and all of that. Then it went to orange, to purple, to fuchsia, to every color. You name it, there's been a tree that's been done in that color. But this year, the hot color
is white.
White and off-white.
White Christmas.
White and off-whites is definitely a trending color. It's something that obviously stems way back from how the trends start coming out. Is every year in January there's a trade show in Germany, and basically what they start is forecasting. They actually forecast for 2 years in advance.
Wow.
And from there onwards, you will see that the products that start coming out for the season are pertinent and relevant to that trend report that is produced at that time.
Nice. And I just thought, well, it is, I mean, I would say billion. I don't have the data in front of me, but the amount of money that is spent across the world for Christmas, just in decorations, right? I mean, it makes sense that everybody's on the same page. So I love that it's kind of it's a white Christmas. We don't have snow, but it means that we get to replicate it. And Jaime, we've seen our tree. You haven't yet. You're going to see it. We're really going out of the box this year in terms of decorations. Is that because our theme is Christmas on a budget, or it's just expanding to new ideas?
Both of them.
Okay.
It definitely follows within the report, the trend report. A lot of the components of the trend report also relates to natural elements. So natural elements, white, you could picture more or less what we're accomplishing here. And definitely that is something that we wanted to showcase. Further than that, we also wanted to highlight the fact that no money, no day. No money, no day. So we're trying to use things that we have at home and trash to treasure kind of component, but making sure that, you know, for the ones that do have the time and, you know, want to have the kids involved, they can always do that. And not only that, you get to recycle a lot of the elements that you have at home and previously used that you thought is ready to go to the trash.
So one of the biggest changes in Christmas decorations, and I'm seeing it on your tree, you have the old with the new, which is we're moving away from the traditional string of lights into LED lights. Tell me about that.
Well, obviously the LED lights are better for electricity, so there is less consumption of energy used for those. So it's cost effective, especially if you plan to have a home and you plan to put all the lights all around your house. Obviously, the electricity company is the one that benefits a lot from it. But with technology being more available in Belize, we have the LED lights that, you know, would definitely achieve that. Not only that, they're coming in various colors as well. When they first came out, they came in a very bright white color. Now they're coming in very warm colors as well. So that again, bringing the whole homey kind of feel.
Yeah. All right, so you're starting to see some of a tree. It's not quite what it's not finished just yet. We're doing a little bit of some of the work here so people can see how you get to the final product, right? Okay. So your theme is frames and what do you call those? Just there's ribbon and there's these big
everything that we have
ornaments.
on the tree. Everything that we have on the tree is handmade.
Okay.
Well, obviously, except for the synthetic materials, which but we still try getting the ones that enforce recycling and all of that. So, in the essence of time, because of the amount of time that we need to customize each ornament. Okay. This is twine.
Okay.
Twine, I mean, you can get this at any craft store, hardware store. Basically, you have all these ornaments. You've had them at home. So what happens is that with time, they become smeary, they get dull, they get scratched and everything. So what we have encouraged, or what we started doing here, is starting the process. Obviously, we need some glue gun.
Of covering them.
Covering them. So that in itself is one way of starting to reuse. So we basically just covering them, and this is twine that I am using, but definitely you can customize it. Like if you do
it's like box string. I think people know it more as
If people use, let's say they have extra yarn, if they have crochet, if they have any other type of rope. Let's say they're into a nautical theme, they want to use maybe like a rope. So this is basically it. We go circling them. Obviously we used very large ornaments on our tree. Because of the size of the tree. Again, if you have a small tree, you don't want to use too many big ornaments, so that it's proportionate to size. So in this way you go about covering the entire ornament, as you can see. So you just need to put a little bit of...
Oh, you need more glue?
A little bit more glue. Just be careful, it's hot. Please remember, if kids are doing this at home, to always be supervised, because one, it's electricity. Two, it's hot.
It's heat.
So you don't want the kids to be burned or anything. You don't want... The last thing you need is an accident for the holidays. In the wrong way.
Okay, so now I'm looking at the size of ornaments on the tree,
and
I
you see how long it
this is very time consuming, but it transforms what this ornament will look like. So, like if somebody wants, I mean, tinsel is kind of outdated, but you still use it. You could do this with tinsel.
Yes, you can. Actually, tinsel is actually getting a hit back in town.
Oh, there you go, like everything else.
Like everything else, everything that goes must come back. So we use this piece of tinsel. It's a very flaky, very almost creating the effect that I had mentioned earlier with the white Christmas and snow.
The whimsical white.
So what we did on the tree is cover the tips of the tree, and actually so that it looks like if it has
I thought it was snow.
It does have some snow, but what we did is like just intertwine them on the tip of the tree to make sure that it has some sort of like a natural flow of how when the snow falls, it just accumulates on the tip.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, so that's halfway done.
That's halfway done. So basically this is the concept.
But it shows that it's easy to do.
It's very easy to do. You will have a very tightly covered ornament. Again, what we did on our trees, we added a little bit of spray paint on top, sprinkled some snow, and that gave the effect as if the ornaments are covered in snow. So if when we go to the tree, you'll see that the ornaments have the lightly covered ornaments.
So tip number one, don't buy new ornaments, just cover them in something creatively, right?
And like I said, you can use anything. You can use buttons, you can use raffia, you can use, you name it, you can use it. I mean, it's about getting creative. A Christmas tree is supposed to reflect, what the family is, what they like, their tastes. For example, in my experience, I tend to use a lot of fashion. for trees. So this year we've done a lot of very geometric kind of patterns and stuff like that. So
that's where you get to put your personality into it too. Yeah.
Yeah, and another
Isani's laughing. What would your tree have, Isani?
I'm getting all these ideas just by listening to the way you describe decorating trees. I'll be honest with you, I'm not particularly one for Christmas trees and all of that stuff, right? But I need to make more of a conscious effort, you know?
You know, you can cover them in beer caps. That's one idea.
Something works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
No,
Put me on the spot there.
Another item on the tree is definitely, cool. We have like a lot of, at our offices and at home we have printers and stuff like that. Basically we wrote cute little words. We have Santa, we have cheers, we have peace, we have love. Words that are reflective of the season.
Yeah.
That's what we chose. However, if you want to customize it and personalize it a little bit more, maybe you have 10, 15 members in the family, you can put their names.
Oh.
So it could be Marlene, it could be Jaime, everybody, we could just put the names. And basically what we did is we cut it out, we recycled frames. We had a whole bunch of frames at home. We just took some spray paint, we painted it, and we put the words in
inside
it. And we attached a little bit of string. And this is how it's a regular.
And the string to match the
theme. It's a very regular photo frame. We've painted it. We've added the words. We put the string, and this is what we have suspended on the tree. So again.
And this is a very cheap way.
Exactly.
Because the frames you can get for cheap. It's just coloring them so that they match the theme of the tree.
I think that you still want to create some sort of unison between them. But again, if you want to have an eclectic one and you just want to have different, different shades of brown because they normally come in brown, then you can use that as well. So
you can put whatever words
you want, print it, cut it, and you can have it in the frame. So
nice.
That was another component of the tree.
Nice. I know of someone who does one with a family picture of every Christmas.
You can.
Which is cool, because then you look back at all the past Christmases.
So a lot of people are obviously Christmas is a very emotional time as well, and a lot of people have lost very important family members. Or family pets. So some people would put their family pets or family members that are no longer around and actually have photographs of them in the tree. So there's always like a special place for them.
Yeah.
Sentimental.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's showing you another part of the decorations. You're gonna see the final tree very soon. We're getting there.
Okay, and one other component, every time you go to the department stores, obviously you see a bunch of or a roll of ribbon for $40, $50, $60, $70. If you want to go to the extreme, they'll go over $100. A lot of families may not be able to afford that or for the amount that the tree needs. So basically what we've done here is we've created our own ribbon.
Wow.
So rather than purchasing our ribbon, we've made our own ribbon, customized it to the design that we want. Basically what it is, it's a piece of cloth that we've covered.
Yeah, so this is like a velvety
This
cream.
is a velvety for it to match my tree. But if you have an old sheet or something that, is, of the color scheme that you're using, you could buy a more affordable cloth and stuff at the craft stores. Basically what we did in this case is we took the cloth and we created a little hem. However, this hem is only because of essence of time. But if somebody has a little bit more time, basically what you could do is just take the piece of the cloth and you can just glue gun the edge.
Yeah, we're out of glue.
We're out of glue, but anyway. So you basically glue gun the edge. It's going to take a little bit longer for it to hold, but once you put the glue gun, everything is supposed to hold there. And then we take and we string a piece of wire. So basically it would be the same effect. Now it's sticking. But it would be the same effect. So
instead of sewing, you can glue.
You can glue it. So basically we've created a loop, which is more than likely what you create with ribbons.
Oh, see, okay, that makes sense, because I thought you were going to do like a long spread like a ribbon.
No. And then basically what you do is that you fold the edges. You always want it to have like a pleated look.
Yeah.
And basically just wrap the wire around it on both sides. That is one.
Oh, that's so smart.
On both sides. Just to make sure that it stays gathered.
Yeah. It's interesting.
And there you go. You have a loop. Obviously, you can customize it to whatever size you want. You could actually make a bow. This is one side of the bow. You can have the other side, and you have the complete bow. Yeah. In my case, I didn't want to use bows. I just wanted to create loops because I'm assuming you have seen all those dresses that come with all those loops and things and puffs. So basically, that's how we
be careful.
I love them. So basically, there you go. You've created out of cloth, adding some glue gun.
And instead of spending all the money on the ribbon.
And there you go. You have your
Imagine
loop.
what a roll this size would cost. Don't tell me, Jaime. I don't want to know. And so this is how you make, especially, it adds like volume to the tree as well.
Volume.
All right.
So we've made our own ribbon, we've made our own ornaments, and I think the highlight is, I think, the frames. So our key ingredients here were again a little bit of spray paint for the frames, the twine for the ornaments, and some snow.
And some fake snow that you throw on top of the tree as well. I guess it's time we can walk over for our big reveal and show how all these components come together. So you've seen parts of it. And here we go. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas time.
Surely.
And open your eyes. So now we can look at some of the details that you spoke about, which is here, it looks like it's a lot of snow, but this is just the tinsel.
That's just the tinsel. This is just the original tinsel that we had.
Yeah.
So basically what you do is you just take it, wrap around the edge, and fold it in there. And basically
so
that
you have
creates
white tips to your...
white tips. Basically the type of tree that we recreated, but again, to not purchase a tree is a flocked tree. That's what a tree with all the white components is.
Yeah.
So we've created our own flocked tree without having to purchase a new tree. When the season is over, we take down the tree, we dust it off, and everything remains as it was the previous year. Next year, obviously, flocked trees are not going to be that much in.
Yeah, and then we have the large ornaments. Did you buy ornaments this big?
No, those are recycled.
Oh, okay.
All of those are.
So huge, yeah.
So we have the small one here, and we have
sizes.
the big ones. Again, because of space, we needed bigger ornaments. And these are the loops we made earlier. Obviously, what we did here is we put them very asymmetrical in different areas. So basically, if we would have this, we could just put it in there. And you've basically created a loop with your existing, recently manufactured ribbon.
Handmade, yeah.
So
and cutting down dramatically on cost.
And then you have all your frames with the holiday
Merry,
words.
hope, spirit, Christmas.
In this case, we use the lights a little bit different. What we had normally were accustomed to doing is starting from the tree inside out. Basically, we did a double work this year. So we did the inside out to have some light inside, but we also added the external component to match the design of the tree. So these LED lights are the ones that we put on top so that it can reflect on the glass and the shine of the snow.
I remember you said that, it's 100 lights for every foot of tree.
Yes.
And you kind of wrap from the bottom, all in and out on the way. Did you still do that with that tree?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It still has that amount of tree because this is a very wide tree. But one of the other trends this year is that you don't want a tree that's excessively filled.
Okay.
You're going to see them online, you're going to see them everywhere. You have very scanty trees.
Okay.
So you're going to see that they have fewer ornaments. And I think the main reason for that is that you want to keep seeing the tree. I mean, the tree goes up once a year, so you want to see elements of the tree and not just the ornaments. So that is why more of the tree is exposed.
So the idea here is that we're going to be doing this on a budget.
Yes.
However, the idea of creativity alone, I mean, while you may be down on the financial end, to be able to come up with the ideas to use items in and around the house to decorate the tree, not too many of us have that degree of creativity or the time that would take to put something like this together. What do you say to that?
It does take time, but it also is a component that families can use to have the kids do something.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be these ornaments. It could be a little bit. If you have, let's say, you have a little boy in the house and you have tons of cars that are all over the place, you could have a car tree. So basically, you can take the cars, spray paint them, hang them on the tree, and you create that unique tree for the boy or the girl in that case, whatever toy is it that they want. So basically, you can use anything. You can use anything. You can figure out how to reupholster, for lack of a better word, whatever item that you have, and I think you can create something unique. And looking at it, and when you're done, you're going to say, wow, I did that. And you know, I didn't have to spend a load of money that I normally do.
Yeah.
Now, how do you get the fake snow to stay on?
For some reason, these have something with friction, I think. So when you actually spray it, they actually go staying on it. Unless you're obviously in a very, very breezy environment, then it's going to be dropping or anything. But you do want it to fall because that would give it the trickling effect of real snow. So that is the entire rationale. Normally you would start at the top and then let it fall so that it has that cascading effect.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, I gotta say, you know, every year we look forward to this segment, and this has been one of the most unique trees that we've gotten so far. But it's beautiful. I love the natural colors, like the off-white, the white, and then the color of the twine itself. So great job. What about a topper? There's no topper.
There's no topper. Purposely, I haven't added much toppers this year because I've incorporated, like I said, other elements into the tree that there's no reason to just focus on the top of the tree. Yeah. There's everywhere to look at. I want every part of the tree to be something. You know, somebody walking into the house finding these words, there's joy, there's love, there's faith, or if there's at home, you know, there's Isani, there's Marlene, there's Jaime. So, you know, it gives that element and of surprise too. Let's say you miss out somebody in the family. So you really don't want that. So it makes you put a little bit more effort into what you're doing.
Well, Jaime, this is a beautiful tree. We definitely want to thank you for coming in and just showing us how it takes creativity, yes, but you can do it at home. And it's going to save you a lot of money than going out and buying brand new ornaments. So once again, it is the official start of the Christmas season, and we want to say thank you to Confetti for providing us this beautiful Christmas tree for this season. Now, everybody's going to be calling you to say, can you come dress my tree? And what are you going to say to them?
Unfortunately, we're very booked. We're booked for the season in terms of decorating trees and stuff like that. We do have some spaces left for last minute events. We do have the rentals available that we rent out chairs, tables, linen, all that. We do have some spaces available. But in terms of the actual labor itself, that's why I chose to do it here so that you know, people could have a better idea of what to do. And I'm pretty sure if you go online, you could also get other ideas on your own.
Okay, well, thank you once again, Jaime. We appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, it's going to be talking to we're going to be talking to some of the winners of the recipients of the Youth Awards. So stay tuned.